Hello, guys. Welcome to Ramta Solutions and welcome to your grade 12 analytical geometry exam prep. Today, the question paper that we are looking at is the Western Cape's Mathematics Paper 2 of September 2024. And because this is an examination paper, it's important that we read instructions. I'm not going to read all of them, but just to highlight a few. For example, instruction number 3, it clearly show all calculations, diagrams, graphs, etc., which you have used to determine your answers. So this is to say some questions you do not make algebraic calculations, use diagrams or graphs to determine your answers. You are permitted to do so, by the way. Not that every answer should be an algebraic calculation, okay? And then instruction number 6, if necessary, round off answers correct to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. So a tip here is that in the middle of your calculation, if you happen to round off correct to 4 or 5 decimal places, and only your final answer, your final numerical answer should be to 2 decimal places. The section that we are doing today has a lot of diagrams, so it's important to note that they are not drawn to scale. So do not try to measure lines to get to get distance. Okay. And if you happen to forget your formulas, an information sheet has formulas at the end of the question paper. And more importantly, write neatly and legibly. Okay. More importantly, write neatly and legibly. So let's head to our questions now. Analytical geometry is normally question 3. So let's begin. Okay, question 3. Let's see. So in the diagram below, HS and TB are the diagonals of parallelogram HTSB. HS and TB intersect at M intersect at M with coordinates 1 and 2. TB intersect the X and Y axis at the origin. Oh, I see. At the origin. And then T with coordinates X and 6 and S with coordinates 4 and 1 are the vertices of HTSB. Okay. Angle MTS is equal to alpha. And then the inclination of TB is theta. All right, I see it. Okay, cool. 3.1.1 determine the equation of line TB in the form y equals mx plus c. So gradient of TB, I will use x2 minus, it's rather y2 not x2, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We don't have the coordinates of b, so we'd rather use the origin. So I will use, let me see, the origin and m. Okay, I will use the origin and m. For example, we have y value is 2 of m and origin is 0. X value of m is 1 and the origin is 0. So gradient TB is the same as gradient MO. Therefore, this is 2. All right. Therefore, the equation is y equals 2x. As simple as that. Okay? As simple as that. All right. So here, even if you would have said gradient MO, it was still okay. All right? All right. Now proceeding 3.1. In fact, I should have done that. Ne? I should have done that. It's better that way because right now it's like, ooh, you are deceiving people, eh? Cool. Now 3.1.2, determine the size of theta. So the size of theta, we know the gradient of the line TB. So we can say tan theta equals gradient TB. So theta equals tan inverse of, what was the gradient of TB? It was 2. So let's go. So yeah, it was 2. So what is this? Shift tan 2 is, so theta is 63.43 degrees. 63.43 degrees, isn't it? Now 3.1.3, determine the coordinates of H. So HTSB is a parallelogram. So this means the diagonals will bisect each other. So this means M is the midpoint of TB. It's also the midpoint of HS. So by so saying, I'm going to use the midpoint, okay? I'm going to use the midpoint. So I'm going to say x of M, the midpoint formula, x of M is equal to x of H plus x of S all over 2. What is x of M? It is 1. X of H, I do not know. X of S, it is 4 all over 2. Multiplying throughout by 2, I get 2 equals x of H plus 4. Therefore, we have x of H equals -2. Now, y of M equals y of H plus y of S all over 2, right? So, what is y of M? It is 2. Y of H, we do not know, right? We do not know y of H. Y of S is 1, isn't it? Is 1, correct? All over 2. Multiplying throughout by 2, 4 equals y of H plus 1. Therefore, y of H equals 3. Therefore, H has coordinates -2 and 3. Happy? Great stuff. Now, proceeding. Now, as we proceed, we need 3.2. 3.2. And by the way, guys, this question is 21 marks, eh? This question is 21 marks. We must be done in 21 minutes. 3.2. Show that the x coordinate of t is 3 if it is further given that TS is 26 degrees. Okay, so TS, so here we can use distance formula, all right? We can use distance formula. So we can say TS squared equals x of S minus x of t close square plus y of S minus y of t square. So what is TS? They said TS is square root of 26, right? What is x of S? X of S is 4. What is x of t? It is x. What is y of S? It is 1. Y of t is 6. So this is 26 equals 16 minus 8x plus x squared plus 25. So 0 equals x squared minus 8x. 16 plus 25 minus 26. I will be 15. Okay, proceeding. 0 equals x factors of 15 will be, okay, 5, 3. 5, 3. Okay. So we will say x equals 5 or x equals 3. Now, the value of x here, I don't expect it to be greater than 4. Therefore, this one is not valid. X is equal to 3, isn't it? Good. Now, 3.3, Azish. 3.3, determine, what is it? Calculate alpha, the size of angle MTS. Interesting. So let me do this. Let me say draw. So I shouldn't say draw. So rather, let me say, let angle of inclination of TS be, ooh, I see we had theta, alpha. Should I try gamma? No, let me call it on. Okay, let me have gamma. B gamma, okay? Guys, this sign is called gamma. Okay, B gamma. So I'm gonna draw this because it's important that these things we also show. Hence, I was reading instructions. So this is theta, this is alpha, and this one here will be gamma. Okay, this one here will be gamma. You recall this was O, this was T, so somewhere S was there. Okay, good. Now let's proceed. So now we can say um gamma is equal to 180 degrees. As you can see, it is an obtuse angle. All right, it is an obtuse angle. But the question is, before I proceed, do I even have the gradient TS? I don't have it. So let me find gradient TS. Gradient TS again will be y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So 1, 2. So what is TS? Y value of S is 2, Y value of T is 6, X value of S is 4, X value of T is, I think it was 3, wasn't it? It was 3. So here, what do we have? What do we have, guys? Talk to me, guys. What do we have? Is it 1? Oh no, it's 1. It's not 2. It was 1. It was 1, right? It was 1. So we have minus 5, isn't it? We have minus 5. Okay. So now to find gamma, we will say gamma. Remember, guys, I'm just saying gamma. You can say anything you like to represent the angle of inclination here. Okay. But I chose gamma. So gamma equals 180 degrees minus tan inverse of positive 5. I'm not using negative 5. I'm using positive 5. So now let's take out our calculators. 180 degrees minus tan, oops, 180 degrees minus shift tan 5 degrees is 101. So this is 101 comma 3099 degrees, right? 3099 degrees. All right. Now, one thing that you should see from here is this, is that theta plus alpha is equal to gamma. The reason is exterior angle of a triangle. Okay, guys? The reason is exterior angle of a triangle. So what is theta? Did we even find theta? Oh, it was 63.43. So it was 63.43. Okay? 63.43 degrees. Alpha, we do not know. Gamma, what were you? 101,3099 degrees. Okay? So this minus 63.43, what is it? It is 37.88. So the alpha, which is angle MTS, is 37.88 degrees. All right? 37.88 degrees. Because this is our final answer, I rounded it off to 2 decimal places. Okay? Perfect. Now 3.4 says calculate the size of triangle BTS. You know way. Calculate the size of triangle BTS. Okay. Triangle BTS. Now that's very interesting. All right. Now that's very interesting. So what I'm gonna do is this. triangle BTS. I did find alpha. I may need to find TB, but there's nothing that I know about B. So let me just say one thing I know. This is a parallelogram. So MB is equal to TM. So I can find TM, isn't it? I can find TM, isn't it? So I can find TM. Let's find TM. So now TM is equal to square root of, let's see, 2 minus 6 close square plus 1 minus 3. All right? 1 minus 3. I know I started with 1 with y values. It doesn't matter. So if you like, let me start with this one. M is what? 1 minus, what is the x value of t? We found it to be 3. So 1 minus 3, close, plus, what is the y value of m? It is 2. The y value of t is 6. All right? So what is this? This looks like 4 plus 16. So this is square root 20. So this is 2 root 5. Isn't it? This is 2 root 5. Therefore, TB is 2 times TN, which means it is 4 root 5 units. Isn't it? It's 4 root 5 units. Remember, guys, the reason I'm saying it's twice TM, it's because this shape is a parallelogram, and so the diagonals bisect each other. Okay? Perfect. Now, having said that, I do have this side. Sorry, I do have the magnitude of this angle. I have magnitude of this side and the magnitude of this side. So I can find the area. Therefore, area of angle BTS, area of triangle BTS is equal to half times TB times TS times sine angle MTS, right? Side angle MTS. So what is TB? It's 4 root 5. What is TS? They said it's square root of 26. And then what was our angle MTS? It was angle alpha, 37,88 degrees, isn't it? Now let's see. 0,5 times 4 root 5 times square root of 26 times sine 37.88. We have 14,00 because it's the final answer. I don't have to write comma 00. So it's simply 14 square units, right? It's simply 14 square units. Happy? Great stuff. Remember, guys, we have 21 minutes to answer this question. 3.5. Determine the perpendicular height of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram is perpendicular height times what? The base. Okay? So area of what was I think we said HTSB, ne? We called it HTSB. So area of HTSB is equal to, what is this? Perpendicular height. What is the perpendicular height? We'll call it S, and they said the base will be TS, so it will be TS times height. So now to find the area, we know that we did find area of half of the thingy, parallelogram. It must be, or it is equal to the other half. So it is twice the area of triangle BTS. What was the area of triangle BTS? It was 14. What is TS? TS was given to us as square root of 26. The height is what we are looking for. Remember, determine the perpendicular height of the parallelogram if TS is the base. Okay. So let's see. We will say we have 28 over square root 26. Therefore, the height is 5.49 units. Okay, 5.49 units. So we were able to answer this question in 20 minutes. So mind you, we started this video by reading instructions. Sort of took about, I'm not sure, 3 minutes, maybe. So we are on the right track. Okay. Now, Azish, let's go to the next question. Question 4. Let's see what it has for us. So question 4, I will need to copy this part here. Okay, I will need to copy this part here and paste it here. Can I copy it? Okay, copy buffer and then paste. Okay, so I'm copying it and pasting here. Let me see. Good. Let me now do the right thing. Let me do the right thing here. Okay. All right. So here is it. Maybe let me enlarge it a bit. Okay, cool. So let's read the information now. It says, and by the way, how many marks is this question? It is 19 marks. Okay, cool. So we must be done at 40. So in the diagram, the equation of the circle is given as x squared minus 8x plus y squared plus 6y is equal to 0. ds and PA are tangents to the circle at D and A respectively. Cool, I see that. A is the y-intercept of the circle. Okay, cool. And then what else do we have? DS is parallel to the y-axis. Okay, parallel to the y-axis. Okay. Okay, they say it's parallel to the y-axis. So it is parallel. Okay. It is parallel. Cool. And then C with coordinates 1 and 1 is a point on the circumference of the circle. Cool. C, D, and DE are chords of the circle. BE if drawn. BE is drawn as parallel. Okay. Oh, okay. BE if you are drawn. Maybe let me change the color. Yeah, let me change the color. BE if you are drawn, you are also parallel to DS. Okay. That means you're parallel to the y-axis. Okay. So that means the x value of B is the same x value of E. All right. The smaller segment of the circle on chord DE is shaded. Cool. Azishege. Let's go. 4.1. 4.1. So that the coordinates of B is 4 and 3. Cool. What is this? This is x squared minus 8x plus y squared plus 6y equals 0. So this is x squared minus 8x plus half the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is minus 8. What is its half? It's minus 4. Close square plus y squared plus 6y plus half the coefficient of y. The coefficient of y is 6. So its half is 3. Close square will be the very same thing, minus 4 square plus 3 square, isn't it? Cool. Now perfect square trinomial will be whatever that's below the powers, x and minus 4. Close square. And then what is this? Y plus 3 close square equals minus 4 all square is 16 plus 3 square is 9. 16 plus 9 is 25. So the question was saying we must show that the coordinate of B is 4 and whatever. So B is 4 and negative 3. Okay, so let's check this. This is 4 and negative 3. So it means this guy here must be 4 and I see here that the radius squared is 25. This means the radius is 5. So we move 5 units down. This will be minus 8. And this guy here must then be 5 units to the right. 4 plus 5 is 9, right? Is 9, right? And then it also means the y value must be minus 3, right? Because it's parallel to the y-axis, right? It's parallel to this line as well. Okay, okay, moving on. Let's see. Moving on. So as we move on, 4.2. So 4.2.1, determine the equation of the tangent ds. Equation of the tangent ds. As I have showed on this guy here, it means x equals 9. Okay, so this means 4 plus 9, isn't it? So x equals 4 plus, not plus 9, but 4 plus 5, which is 9. So tangent ds is 9 because it is a constant graph, isn't it? Constant x value, right? It's vertical. Cool. Now 4.2.2, the length of chord CD, so CD will be again, let's say x of D minus x of C close square plus y of D minus y of C close square, right? I did show that D, the coordinates of D are 9 and minus 3, right? Cool. Proceeding, what is x value of D? It's 9. X value of C, I do see that it's 1, close. Y value of D, it's minus 3. Y value of C, it's 1, right? Cool. So this is 8 plus, okay, so 8 squared is 64 plus, what is this one here? 4 squared is 16. So this is, what is this? It's 80. So this is 4 root 5, isn't it? This is 4 root 5. Let's see. They said the length. They didn't tell us in simplified set form. So square root of 80, it's 8,94 units. If you like, you can say it's 8,94 units, or you can say it's 4 root 5 units. Okay, good. 4.2.3. 4.2.3, determine the equation of the tangent PA in the form, the equation of the tangent PA in the form y equals mx plus c. Did you guys get that? In the form y equals mx plus c. All right? In the form y equals mx plus c. So what do we need here? What do we need here? We need to know what the coordinates of A are. Were they given to us? They were not, right? They were not, right? They were not, so it's okay. So since they were not given to us, we might need to find them. Do we know any other information about PA? No, we don't. Okay, what else do we know? Ooh, in fact, we know nothing. Zilch, ne? Okay, cool. We know nothing. So since we know nothing, let's see now. So we need to find the coordinates of A. Okay, so let's move quickly. So we need to find the coordinates of A, and if you recall, we did find the equation here. We did find the equation. So using the equation, we can find the value coordinates of A. Okay, so we'll say here x is equal to 0. Okay, so let's go. 0 minus, hold on, 0 minus 4, 0 minus 4 close square plus y minus what? Y plus 3, y plus 3 all square equals 25. So what is this? 16 plus y squared plus 9, not 9, 6, man. plus 6y plus 9 equals 25, isn't it? Perfect. So we have y squared plus 6y, and then what is this? It is equal to 0. All right, because 16 plus 9 is 25, minus 25 is 0. So y and y plus 6 close equals 0, y equals 0, or y equals negative 6. Therefore, a is 0 and negative 6. So now you know what the coordinates of a are. Okay, now you know what the coordinates of a are. All right, so let's do this. We need to find the gradient BA or AB. Okay, so let's find gradient AB. Gradient AB will be y of B minus y of A all over x of B minus x of A. What is y of B? Y value of B was minus 3, isn't it? Minus 3. Y value of A, we just found it to be minus 6. X value of B, am I even? No. Oh, x value of 6 was 4. Okay, that's correct. X value of 6 was 4. X value of B rather was 4. X value of A is 0. So what do we have here? We have, let's see what we have here. We have, mm, mm, mm. we have 3 over 4. So we have 3 over 4. Okay? We have 3 over 4. Isn't it? We have 3 over 4. Now, gradient of PA will be perpendicular to AB. Isn't it? So gradient PA will be perpendicular to that of, rather, line PA is perpendicular to AB, isn't it? So it means the product of the gradients must be negative 1. So it must be minus 4 over 3, right? Why? PA perpendicular to AB, okay? Or tangent perpendicular to radius, okay? So the product of perpendicular lines is minus 1, all right? We are not done. So we already know the gradient. Of course, we know the y-intercept. Therefore, y equals minus 4 over 3x minus 6. Okay, minus 6 because we said a is the y-intercept. They found it to be minus 6. Okay, perfect. Now proceeding, 4.2.4, 4.2.4, area of the shaded segment, area of the shaded segment. All right, so the area of the shaded segment is this. What we know that this is a, we know that this is a circle, right? We know this is a circle. So area, I should begin it like this, area of the circle. So let me just call it area of, okay, area of the circle. Okay, area of the circle is equal to mm, mm, area of triangle. I'm gonna say area. Ooh, hmm, uh, how can I put it like this? Okay, let me put it like this. Area. I shouldn't say area of the whole circle. Let me just say area of the quarter. Yeah, area of the quarter. Let me say area of the quarter. It's better that way. Area of the quarter, area of the quarter circle BDE, of the circle quarter BDE will be equal to, okay, what is it equal to? Is it even fine to put it like that? Yes, it is fine to put it like that. It is equal to, mm, yeah, it is equal to triangle. It is equal to area let me go to the next line. I don't want to extend it there. I know it's fine. It is equal to area of triangle BDE, right? It is equal to area of triangle BDE plus area of the segment, right? And area of the shaded segment, right? And area of the shaded segment. So area of the quarter of the circle, which is BDE, will be quarter of pi r squared, right? What is it equal to? It is equal to area of the triangle. It's half base times height, isn't it? It's half base times height, so it will be half times BD times BE plus area of the shaded region plus shaded area. Okay, area of the shaded region. Okay, area of the shaded segment, rather. Area of the shaded segment. Okay, all right. So what is the radius? The radius, we found it to be 5. Okay, the radius, we found it to be 5. And then what is BD? It is 5. BE, it is 5 plus area of the shaded segment, right? Area of the shaded segment. So you will then agree with me that area of the shaded segment, area of the shaded segment, area of the shaded segment is then the quarter circle, which is 0.25 times pi times 25 minus 25 times 0.5, right? Isn't it? So you guys will agree then this is 7.13. Okay, if you say this minus this will be the area of the shaded segment. By the way, square units, right? Square units. Happy? So this is the area of the shaded region or shaded segment. Okay, it is 7.13 square units. Okay, perfect. Now 7.13. Now 4.3 as ish. 4.3, guys. Another circle with center M and equation x plus 1 all square plus y minus 2 all square is equal to 8 is drawn. Determine with an equation whether the two circles will intersect. For them to intersect, we will need to look at the distance, the sum of the radii, and the distance between their centers. So let's begin with distance between centers. Distance between centers. Okay, so let's begin with distance between centers. If you recall, we have center B and we also have center M here. So M, what is its coordinates? It is -1 and 2. This is center M. Okay, this is center M. Okay, so now the distance between the centers will be, let's call it maybe MB then. MB will be x of B minus x of M close square plus y of B minus y of M close square. Okay, let's see. X of B, what is the center? I think it was it 3? Hey. Okay, it was 4. Oh, come on. X value of this one is 4, so it's fine. It's 4, and this one is -1. Y value of B, it was -3. Cool. And then Y value of M, we just found that it's 2. I wrote it here. 2. Right? Cool. And what do we have? I see here we have, let me see. We have 25. 25 plus 25. That's it. So, yeah. Okay, so this is square root of 50. Square root of 50. Square root of 50. We can therefore say it is 7,07 units. Right? Now let's look at distance, sum of the radii. Okay? Sum of radii. Let's look at sum of radii. I'm going to say radii of circle with center M plus radii of circle with center P. So radii of circle with center M will be square root 8. As you can see, r squared is 8. It means r is square root of 8. And the one that we were given, I think it was 5. Let me go check it out. We did find it. Okay, it is 5. As you can see, r squared is 25. Therefore, r is 5. Right? R is 5. So let's see. Square root 8 plus 5. Oops. What do we get? We get, so here we get 7,83. 7,83 units. So what do you see? So we get radius M plus radius of circle center B is greater than the distance MB, right? Is greater than the distance MB. As you can see, 7,83 is greater than 7,07. If the sum of the radii is greater than the distance between the two centers, then the two circles are intersecting. Therefore, the two circles intersect. The two circles intersect. Okay, and this is how we answer such questions. So with that being said, it's a wrap. We have come to the end of our video. Remember, if you would like to get in touch with us, visit our website www.raptorsolutions.co.za. And remember as well, in the description of this video, different links to, or rather links to different social media platforms will be given. So because you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. With that being said, it's a wrap and bye bye.